Audio Jungle.
Hi, my name is Robert Jewett, and I'm a fashion photographer, and I work primarily in North Africa, and I've been getting a lot of questions lately, so I thought maybe we would talk, and it's going to be an awkward conversation today, so, can we love me through this? Love me through this. All right, so here's the deal. Guys, listen, I rarely talk about religious things on Facebook because I don't know if it's the right platform for that, and people get offended, and we all argue, and it's just all about arguing, and I don't want to argue, but here's the deal. Okay, listen. Okay, so this is for my Christian friends in America, right? And I come from a very devout background and from a very conservative background, and you guys know that, and you love me anyway, right? So, now listen, I've been getting a lot of input. Oh, wait, if religion is like a trigger word for you, and you just can't have a healthy conversation about it, look away, because I might twitch a little bit with this video. But here's the deal, guys, listen. All right. I'm a fashion photographer. Well, actually, I'm a commercial photographer, and part of that is fashion, right? So we're always like trying to ask the question, is this modest or not modest? We don't want to contribute to, I don't know, the objectification of women and all of that stuff. We're very sensitive to that, all right? So I'm just, my heart's in the right place, and so, but I get a lot of input from a group of people that I will call maybe like angry bloggers, okay? So they all have an input, and I get a lot of emails that say things like, this is not modest or whatever. I get a lot of input on Facebook. Every time we put a picture up of anybody, I don't know. People are just stumbling all over everybody out there. I took a picture once of just a person's face, and I had input that this picture caused somebody to stumble, and I was like, okay, wow, it's just a face. Like, come on, really? Is that my problem, or is it is there things you're working on? Because I don't know. Listen, we need to talk about modesty, and part of modesty is a related topic is chastity and purity and all those things. And chastity and purity are completely non-negotiable. We all know what that means, right? Like chastity is no physical contact outside the confines of marriage, right? And purity is just no mental imagining contact. Okay, it's this in here, all right? So, but modesty, I want to make one point, so don't take this any further than I'm making the point. I'm making one point, which is modesty is cultural. So I'm going to give you all kinds of evidence that's going to make your eye twitch, and you're going to get angry, but it's going to be true. And the only reason you get angry, if you post an angry comment, it's because I'm right, all right? So let's just all set that as a base rule, that if you post an angry comment, it's because you think I'm right. So why else would you be angry? If I'm just completely wrong, you have nothing to lose, right? See, here's what I take. I take some stuff like that, and I take I do catalog work, so there's swimsuits and stuff in there. Like, we just have to all settle down for a minute. But let's just say modesty is defined by culture, and you're going to say, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. I should wear culottes and... No, okay. I'm just teasing about culottes. I grew up in an environment where the girls wore culottes, so I have the right to say it. All right, listen. Here's the deal. Throughout Christian history, there's all kinds of different standards of what is modest or not. Let's see here. I've got it up on Western culture. Listen, the Agnes Sorel, she was in the French court. She was a devout believer, and she often wore dresses with one or more of the girls exposed. She was also a fashion designer, and she inspired all kinds of fashion trends. But guess what? She never did show her ankles. Ankles were totally sexy back then. Matter of fact, back then, they used to crochet little things to put on like the harpsichord legs because they thought men would stumble because they saw the leg of a piano, all right? Like, this is just getting out of hand, right? Back then, and it's getting out of hand right now. So the other day, I posted a photo I took of some catalog work of a girl in a swimsuit. And it's a very modest one-piece swimsuit and all of that, but she looked good and she's a friend of ours, right? And let's just not talk about the anorexia thing here right now because she's thin, but here's the deal. I'm on photo shoots with her, and that girl will grab a pizza like a rabid squirrel, and she will hide it from me, and I'm a big guy, and I know she looks at me like maybe I'm going to steal that pizza, and I'm thinking about it. Let's be honest. I'm thinking about stealing that pizza, but she grabs it like a rabid squirrel, and she eats the whole thing. She eats a whole pizza every time, and I know her for years, and she always does this, and she does not struggle with that. Girl just looks like that. She's got all this going on, and that's what she just has, that morphology from genetics. I have this beautiful morphology where I'm a shape, and that shape is round, and God bless everybody. But here's the deal. So someone said this picture wasn't modest. Got an angry comment from the angry blogger community, and they said it wasn't modest and I was contributing to the objectification of women. So I just said naturally, well, is the swimsuit not modest, or is she in the swimsuit not modest? And she said, well, maybe it's she in the swimsuit. And I said, okay, so if I put like a normal girl, whatever that is, remember that's a range of people. I could be the size of a normal girl. Look at that. If I put a normal girl in that swimsuit, would it be immodest? And the blogger said, no, it wouldn't be immodest. So what we're really saying then, I just got to tease you, are you really saying then pretty girls don't get nice swimsuits? Like, are they supposed to, I mean, what are we saying? And then the other thing was, I got thinking about this, and I said, another input from another person was, well, okay, that modesty, this person maintained that modesty wasn't cultural. So let me just make a point. When I was young, I was with a little group for teenagers like Peace Corps, and we built a hospital in Papua New Guinea, and I met devout believers there who wore a vine. A vine. It was a little creepy, okay? Just running around with a vine. But if she didn't have the vine on, or he didn't have the vine on, they weren't modest, right? So they had the vine on, so they were modest. And they're devout believers. And when I was doing photographs of like minority groups in different areas, I went to Afghanistan and I met believers there who wear burqas, okay? And I'm not gonna get into the whole if this is objectification or not. I'm just gonna say our suppression of women. This is not the point. We're staying on track. The track is modesty cultural? And their devout believers wear burqas. So we have devout believers wearing everything from a vine to a burqa, all right? And we have the history of Americans even going topless. And here's the deal, guys. You don't want to believe it. Prior to the 1800s, American women in early parts of our colonization would go topless in the field while they were working in the field, but they would never uncover their ankles, all right? So all I'm saying is not that it's okay to be topless or anything like, don't take it further than what I was saying. I'm only saying that it's cultural. I'm just saying it's cultural. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not promoting anything. I'm not secularizing anything. I'm not promoting for the less just stop it. I see where your mind is going. I can see right there through the YouTube screen where your mind is going. I'm going to get angry emails. Okay, send your angry emails if it makes you feel better. But here's the deal. I'm just saying it's cultural, and that an American Christian women in the history of our country used to go topless in the fields but never uncover their ankles. And all I'm saying is what modest and isn't modest has changed over time. So how do we like black and white rules, right? I'm trying to hold my phone. My video guy's gonna kill me because he's off today and he should be recording this. And I did it myself on my phone and he's gonna strangle me, but here's the deal. Okay, so we want a black and white rule. We want a black and white rule so we can say, we're good and they're not, and if they follow, okay, we want a black and white rule because we want to do the right thing, right? Okay, so here's your black and white rule. You ready for it? We're called to be as modest or more modest than the culture that we're in, and just give people a break, okay? Give people a break. We try to do modest things, and like, let's say, I'll give you one thing that bothered me. I took a picture of a girl like for a catalog laying on the floor, right? And I felt like afterwards, I was like a little weird. Why is she wearing high heels and makeup and all this, and she's laying on the floor? It's a little weird. We wouldn't shoot a guy on the floor. So for me, that seemed a little tacky, and I won't be doing that anymore. But you know, I'm in this learning process along with you, but our hearts are in the right place and we're trying to promote modesty and all of that other stuff. But guys, remember, modesty is cultural. And what they consider modest in France is very, very different than what they consider in other places. For example, I was in Hammamet the other day doing a photo shoot on the beach. And there on the beach were people from one culture wearing a niqab. The woman was wearing a niqab. Everything was covered but her eyes, and she's swimming, right? Then right next to her, not 100 yards away, less than that, 50 yards away, there was a woman who was topless, and the next day, that same woman was wearing nothing. It was really weird. So all I'm saying, I'm not excusing anything, is just that, hey, there's a range of things. Okay, I'm gonna back up. Modesty is complicated and is culturally defined. Here's the other thing. To the guy who said that I made him stumble with a picture of a face. Guys, I love y'all. But you're responsible for your own thoughts, okay? Now, I'm not saying it's okay for anybody to wear anything or not wear anything or wear nothing. Stop it. I'm just saying, guys, no matter what the woman is wearing, you need to be responsible for your own thoughts and keep them pure, okay? Just settle down. Let's start with our boys. Girls, help us out what you can. Guys, quit commenting on girls' body and what they should be wearing. Quit being angry bloggers. Just stop with the angry blogging and understand that I'm doing the best that I can. I'm trying to honor God with what we do, and we all need to settle down just a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Quit commenting on people's bodies at all. Quit commenting on skinny girls and saying they're anorexic when they're not. I see those girls eat pizza, okay? And quit commenting. Listen, Okay, let's talk about body image for 1 minute. I'm off topic. I'm a big boy. I have people comment on the fact that I'm fat easily 3 times a week. All right? People feel it's okay to comment on my body. All right? I don't care. I'm a big boy, right? But I see some hypocrisy online. If someone comments on a big girl's body, everybody jumps on them. Someone says that girl's anorexic, everybody agrees when we don't know that girl's anorexic. Like, okay, my wife's 103 pounds and that girl eats, we match our meals. So, and she's a fraction of me. All y'all, settle down. That's the summary. Settle down. I see your thoughts. Don't send me angry, bloggy emails anymore because I love you and it ain't doing nothing for anybody. Have a great day.